Hey, how y'all doing today? Sorry about that sun. Oh, it's Saturday. Hope y'all's having a good weekend. So, here's our load. That's the whole load. Yeah, picked that up in way up north New York yesterday, right against the lake. Bringing it down here to North Carolina, down by Wilmington. They said it weighs 5,000 pounds. I don't even think it weighs that much, but it's just an empty. So, paying good, light load, good fuel mileage. But yeah, I got to show y'all my mess up I did today. So stopped to get fuel up in Ashland and Virginia. Pulled up there, got my fuel, went to leave, and my truck started stuttering. I couldn't figure out what the heck was going on. And did it again, and I looked in my mirror and I seen rubber flying. So we got that going on. See, that's all bent to shit now. Yeah, that's gonna be fun to use. So yeah, while I was sitting there, the angle of the drop, it had my airbags overextended in the front, had my rear airbags dropped all the way down, and my winches had slid all the way back here, and I didn't notice. So yeah, look at my tire now. Yeah, it's all chunked to shit. I got one really bad spot down there where cords are showing. Yeah, so that happened. Did the same thing over on the passenger side, just not as bad. Couple little deals there, not as bad. Grabbing on there. It did mess the winch up over here too. Yeah, squeeze that one down really good. So yeah, next time I go home, I gotta get my torch out, see if I can't spread those back out. Now I got them bungee corded up here towards the middle of the deal. So yeah, I'm sitting here at Petro, I don't know, this big Kearney 95 or whatever, and we gotta get us another tire for that other side. But what I'm gonna do, I got this steer tire that I don't know, it's outside edge, got some flat spots like right there. So yeah, we're just gonna, I think that happened from before I got my shocks changed out. And you know, once the tire starts wearing, there's no fixing it. So we're gonna pull that steer tire off, put it on the trailer, buying this new steer tire. But we're gonna go over some numbers here on what I've been doing. So last week, get my handy dandy notebook out. Alright, so I did 4 loads last week that I'll get paid for Monday. Altogether, yeah, I thought I was prepared till I got this done, so hold on a second. Okay, now I got the math really figured out now. So I did 4 loads, total of 2,895 miles. Off those 4 loads, I grossed $9,708.23. So all miles, I averaged 335. I spent $2,076.36 on fuel, which my last fill up, you know, went to the next load because I was only like an hour away, so I just had to fill up because it was one of them pay to park Petros over in New Paris, Ohio. So I was topped off with fuel. I just went to my next load, which my next load was those domes y'all seen where I got excellent fuel mileage. Yeah, from doing that load and this load here, hell, I went, it was like 1,400 miles and used 160 gallons. So, yeah, that was awesome. So yeah, that's my numbers as of last week. So that's not bad, you know. Like I said, that's gross numbers. So I mean, at 9,823, you know, you got to take off 2,076.36 for fuel. So that knocks it down to it's like 7,600 and something. And then yeah, I've got like close to $400 that Landstar pulls out for escrow, tags, insurance. I do voluntary escrow, so that's probably going to be about another 500 or about another 100 off of that. I don't know, something like that. I'd have to figure it out, but yeah. And you know, some of y'all was interested in how the load board works. I'm not going to go into big specifics, and I'm not going to show y'all because I don't know if Landstar really wants y'all to see that. But yeah, they have their app. Whenever you get hired on, they give you your login information. So that you go to load search, and I have one selected to follow me. So like if I go to my save deal right now, hit that follow me, where I'm delivering down Monday, it'll have all the loads for that area within I have it as a 150 mile search radius. So for flatbed, I got 48 flat and flat. They have all kinds of different trailer. I mean, they different vans and styles. Flatbeds, 58, 53, 3-axle, 4-axle, stuff like that. I did find out the other day, I thought I was an FB1, which is the flatbed class 1, where you can only do legal. Found out I'm actually an FB2 because of my previous experience from years ago. So I can haul up to 10 foot wide, which I wish I'd known that because I passed on a few loads that were 8.5 and 9 foot wide. So yeah, I'm glad I know that now. But yeah, so you know, it's like if I go to my deal here, my follow me, so it's bringing up all the loads within a 150 mile radius that's down there. I can, you know, I've got it set at $3 a mile as my minimum rate per mile, minimum revenue 1,000, and I will show you all this. You know, there's 112 loads available right now with under the, I got it as, you can see that 48 flat, flatbed, and flatbed spring ride, just because you never know what brokers are going to put on these. So you know, I click on that and it brings up the highest revenuing loads first and then goes down from there. Now, the highest revenue is not the highest rate per mile, like I said. So, I mean, like the first load on there is paying $10,000 going from North Carolina to California. It has on there how long it's been on there, how many loaded miles, and the weight. Now, if I want to click on this load, see about if there's any more info on there, it shows it's like building products, line haul $10,000. Now that's before Landstar's cut. That also, you know, so that includes the fuel surcharge, none of that's broke down into this. This is just what they're paying. Comes out right now to $3.90 a mile. And I look on here and it says 53 flat and flat. So they didn't put in 48, so that tells me it may need to be a 53 foot trailer. I don't know. Weight 33,500 pounds. 2,564 loaded miles. Now it has deadhead destination, so it tells me how far away from where I'm unloading to where this one's picking up. And I'm 77 miles away. Pickup date and time, picks up 7 o'clock in the morning on Monday, delivers on the 12th between 8 and 2:30. No other info. Now, for one, I'm just not going to go to California, so I'm not interested in this load, even though it's paying that much. For two, my trailer can't go to California because I don't have a California spread. You know, California, it's 41 foot from the kingpin to the center of the rear axle, minus 43. I do plan on getting a permit for Florida because there's a lot of loads that go down to Florida. So, but yeah, a lot of them will tell you, you know, if it requires tarps, it'll tell you hazmat. Some of them will actually have dimensions on there. Some of them will actually say, you know, like the one I picked up with the man lift and scissor lifts. It said, you know, so many chains, man lift, and 2 scissor lifts. So let's see if we find one on here. Let's see what this one says. Nothing on there. I'm just picking some at random right now, seeing if they got anything on them. I mean, they do have different machine codes, like this one. You know, that one said building products. Some of them will say, you know, general freight. This one I'm looking at right now, machine. It weighs, you know, it can go on a 48 flat, 53 flat, step deck. Weighs 46,500 pounds. That's all it says. Picks up Monday between 8 and 3. Delivers on the 10th between 8 and 3. But, so, if you do find one you like, and you're looking at it on your phone, where I'm looking at it on my tablet right now, but I do have where I can set it on my phone. And I can save different, there's a little place where I can save the loads. So I'll go through, find loads I'm interested in, heart them. That way I can go back when I get ready. There's over on the side, there's has the agent code on there with a little phone icon. So you click on that off your phone and you can call the agent, book the load, ask for more money, whatever. Just because the rates that's on there is what it's saying they're paying doesn't mean you can't get more money. I've gotten more money off most of my loads. Especially if it's tarp loads, I'm like, hey, let's throw in some extra money. You know, for extra tarp money. If I'm gonna be having one goes across a lot of toll roads, hey, let's throw in some extra toll money. You never know till you ask. Some of them say no. You know, especially if it's a direct shipper. A lot of them don't give you more money. If it's not, they're like, all right, well, let me see. I'll call you back and it's a yay or nay. I had one that told me no at first, and I was like, well, can they do anything? You know, they didn't like the number I gave them. I think it was going for $2,700. I asked for $3,000. He's like, no, she said she can't do that. And I'm like, can she go up any? He's like, well, let me give me 5 minutes. He calls me back, hey, I got you the $3,000. There you go. So I don't try to jump them up a whole lot. You know, that one with the domes, I got them to come up off money on that one, and which I didn't expect to, because I mean, it was already a pretty good rate. It didn't weigh anything, but I was like, hey, can we do it for this?
Oh no, hold on. They called. Yeah, she said that's no big issue. Cool. We got it done. So that's how the load board works. I mean, also, like, so you're looking at a load, and okay, I'm looking at this one and going from Charleston to Houston. Okay, general freight, weighs 20,000 pounds, all that. There's also a deal up here that tells you how many loads are available at the destination. Now, that's one thing I make sure I look at, because I don't want to pick loads and there be like 0 to like 5 loads, because then you're like, yeah, okay, how far am I getting? You know, then I mean, from that you can lower your rate, you can lower your minimum. I've already done all that. Buddy of mine's like, man, you're missing out on some loads. Drop it down. I'm like, all right, so I did. But so I find a really good load going up here to South Dakota, and it says there's like one load available or an unload available. That one load available maybe only be going to like Alaska. Well, I don't have my passport right now, so I can't go to Alaska. Plan on doing some of these loads next year, though. At least one of them. Get my wife in the truck, go up to Alaska. I think it'd be cool. I know I've deadhead the whole way out of there, but that's fine. I think it'd be a cool trip during summertime. So, you might expand out. Okay, well, instead of 150 mile search, let's go 250 mile search. And it's air miles. Not driving, it's air miles. So, just be aware of that. That way, you find one that says it's 198 miles away. Okay, that's like a 3-hour drive. And then you map it out and it's, 300 miles. So, like, okay, I'm interested in this load here. I look and see what's available. There's 73 loads. Well, is there anything going any direction that I would like to go? Because, there's a lot of loads that go west. Well, there's not a whole lot of loads that come out from the west, other than there are some that come out of California. But like I said, can't go to California, not going to California. I was looking at some going to Washington State, and I thought about it, and I missed out on it. It was there when I went to sleep, got up next morning, it was gone. So I was like, okay, now I'm really scrounging. I found this load, so that's fine. But you look on there, it's like, okay, 73 loads available. Is there anything, paying worth a darn for one coming out of there? Or are they going to good areas? So, it's like, first one that pops up going to Missoula, Montana. Well, you click on the Missoula, there's one load coming out of Missoula, Montana, going to Jamaica, Queens, New York, out of Helena. It's like, yeah. So, it's like, okay, well, where else can we look? Okay, Kingman, Arizona. Yeah, there's not much coming out of Kingman unless you want to jump over. I mean, there's a few loads, but they're not really that great. It's like, okay, so, now we got one going to Johnstown, Ohio. Well, we know Ohio's not too bad. Okay, well, there's 11 loads on the board right now out of Ohio. So it's like, okay, yeah, so, let's see if we can get this load here, then we can jump on this load here. I have found, don't wait too long or you miss out on some good loads. That's what happened to me the other day. I scrambled around. That's when I finally found this load. Luckily, it was still available. I didn't even negotiate on the rate, because it's like, okay, I had one that I was planning on doing 33 miles from where I was delivering. I called the broker up and he's like, yeah, I'm not around right now, so I can't help you today. Click. And I'm like, what the F? I thought your job was to try to move these loads, so you're just going to hang, you're not going to say, hey, let me get back to you here in a little while. I'm not in my office right now, or whatever. Let me give you a number to one of my colleagues that can help you set up, maybe, yada, yada, yada. No, he's like, I can't help you, click. Well, so, it's like, okay, what else we got? What else we got? Call on this, and no, it's already gone. Crap. Called on this one here. Yeah, we got it. Can you do it? And I'm like, well, I'm going to be unloading at this time, this far away. It's going to be this time when I get there. It's going to be close to the cutoff. It's like, okay, well, let's check. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and set you up on that one. Just keep us informed of your unload time. Cool. I got up there like 10 minutes before they was supposedly going to leave. There was another guy sitting there still waiting to get loaded with his stuff, because I guess they were closing the job site down, sending all their stuff out. He was loading up. He had a fuel tank and a couple of generators. All I got was the fuel tank. I don't know where he was going. He was a hot shot. I got this load, and it paid decent. Like I said, this one picked it up there on top of New York, down North Carolina. Like I said, they said it paid, weighed 5,000 pounds. It doesn't weigh 5,000 pounds. It's paying me $2,425. That's after Landstar's cut, by the way. So, like that 9700 I said I made, that's after. That's what's going in my pocket. That's my gross after Landstar's cut. Yeah, so this paying me $2,400. I'm getting 9.2 miles to the gallon on my truck. I'm using no fuel for $2,400. And then that other one that I took up there, 6,000 pounds. I didn't use any fuel on that one. That one paid me $2,625 for 762 miles. That's all miles, by the way. All miles. Didn't use hardly any fuel. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Load board, I'm learning to use it pretty good. If I got areas I want to go to, you can set up different things. Save different searches. Like I've got one saved that's just for right around the house. You can, if you don't want to go to California, you can go in there and click, I want to be in these regions, Southeast region, Mid-Atlantic, stay out of the Northeast. You can go through and click, like, if you don't mind going to the part of, Mid-Atlantic still incorporates like New York and Pennsylvania. If you don't want to go to New York and Pennsylvania, you can go through there and unclick those states. So, excuse me. It's not bad. If you just want to run the Southeast and I forget what they're even calling, like the Southwest. Not saying not even Southwest, but like Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, all that. That whole area. If you just want to stay like basically, I-70 south, you can put it where it only finds you loads in that area. And it's with the app, it's pretty user friendly. So I'm gonna be scouring on there. I'll probably look at it a little bit tonight and some tomorrow. Probably mostly tomorrow. Pick out some loads. I called on one, but they had already left for the day, so left a message. Maybe I'll get a call first thing Monday morning for a load that I'm wanting. That's about it. So this video's like 21 minutes long, so I hope I answered some of y'all's questions. I hope it is informative. If you got a spread axle like me, don't screw up and run your winches into your trailer tires because your airbags go flat at an angle. Cost you money. Don't know what it's going to cost me yet, but it's probably going to be at least $600, $700 by the time I get everything done. But y'all have a great weekend. We'll talk to you later.